Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the CertiK Security Leaderboard Showcase. I'm your host, Munir Jalal. As you all know, in this showcase, I host a guest for a live AMA where we discuss their work with CertiK, the Security Leaderboard, and we throw in some live questions from you, the viewers. Our goal is to raise the standards of security in the Web3 ecosystem. The Web3 Security Leaderboard can be found at CertiK.com. It's a free tool to help you safely navigate the blockchain world. Today, I'll be joined by Beldex. They're contributing 2,000 worth of Beldex token for today's live questions. Make sure you read the rules on Twitter post at CertiK Community in order to qualify for the rewards. Let's go ahead and take a look at Beldex and the report.
Auditing is a complicated and essential step in the security process. At CertiK, we review the top DeFi projects to help you better understand the findings from our experts. Founded in 2018 by a team of crypto enthusiasts, the Beldex project aims to restore privacy on the internet by building an ecosystem of decentralized privacy-first applications. This audit covers Beldex chain on the Beldex platform. The summary describes the audit and the types of analyses used. Overview shows the programming language, the blockchain used, and a link to the project's codebase. The vulnerability summary lists issues that need resolution. Audit scope displays which contracts were audited. Findings highlight all issues and ranks them in terms of severity from critical to discussion. In this audit, we found 0 critical, 0 major, 3 medium, 9 minor, and 12 informational issues. Beldex has resolved 17 of the issues. Visit CertiK.com for the full report.
Great. Now let's go ahead and bring on our guests. Welcome, Codeman and Allard. I'm thrilled to have you join us here today. Can you go ahead and give us a brief background on yourselves as well as introduce Beldex?
Hi there, Monier. Thank you for having us today. We are excited to be on your show. I'm Allard, the lead developer at Beldex, and I'm here with Codeman or CTO. Well, I started with programming about 36 years ago and got hooked when I got my first Sinclair CX Spectrum in 1986 and learned how to cheat in games. And well, my parents couldn't get me off the computer and I was completely hooked, and I tried and I managed to break things, hack things. I loved it. And I think at the age of 9 I had my own system, a BBS system, bulletin board system, and I was sysup with my own telephone line. And now I'm an university assistant professor in IT. I teach cryptography. I teach hacking to the students, to the bachelor and master students. I did a lot of programming professionally. I developed chips for frigates and submarines for over 10 years. I did a lot of stuff. And now I'm busy for Beldex. So the Beldex chain was launched in 2018. And our chain is based on Monero. And we're building an ecosystem of decentralized privacy-first applications. Yeah. We understand that privacy is extremely important in the Web3 space. And that's why we're developing a private ecosystem. Yeah.
Great.
I hope that answers your questions.
Codeman, you want to go ahead and give us a brief coverage on yourself?
Yeah, Codeman here. I'm the CTO of Beldex. So I've been in this software space for almost 13 years. So I've been landed into blockchain space for the past 5 years. So I've been working with almost all programming languages. So right now I am a little bit busy with Beldex, and I'm taking care of all the technical operations and technical operations of Beldex. So yeah,
Great.
That's it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you for both joining us. And the reference to your programming ally. I think I remember My first computer was a ZX Spectrum, but then I think I'm showing my age here. But yeah, interesting journey. Let's talk about the problem itself, and what problem is Beldex trying to solve, and what solutions are currently being provided out there?
Yeah, so Beldex wants to solve the problems with privacy in Web3. Yeah, everybody appreciates a level of transparency, but when it comes to your personal finances or communications, you wouldn't want your neighbor to know about it, I guess. So today, communication apps and browsers that people use, they collect a lot of personal data about them, like the date of birth, the gender, interests, and preferences. So if most people knew the extent of data that's being collected, they wouldn't use these apps. But most of the time, people trade the privacy for convenience. So yeah, people are the subject in this, I guess. So,
well, I think privacy is definitely an interesting topic. I also think it's an uncharted area, in terms of just being able to solve for that. I think we've come a long way with the Web3 ecosystem as well as blockchains, but it almost feels like data privacy is left behind. So I'm really excited to hear what you guys are doing. Tell me a little bit more. How different is Beldex compared to other privacy coin competitors out there?
yeah, well, I had some even more to the previous question, if that's possible. Well, but we can continue to the next one. So to answer this question, Beldex is based on the Monero code base, and we've implemented the proof of stake consensus. So, and we're expanding our ecosystem with products that people need. And additionally, we're researching CK snarks. That's CK, that stands for zero knowledge. And the funny thing is, today I stood before my class and I thought about the zero knowledge protocol. And the problem with that zero knowledge protocol that it uses interaction between two parties. And with CK snarks that we're researching right now, you don't need the two parties together to communicate with each other. So that CK snarks, what we're trying to research, is increasing the anonymity set. Next to that, we're another team, not me. We are researching the sharding to improve the scalability. And personally, I'm working right now, and I'm very active with the EVM integration on the Beldex chain. So we are trying to, we have already started the development of the proof of concept on EVM on the Beldex chain. And it's cool because it would be the first implementation of EVM on a layer 1 privacy blockchain. And I think that's what sets us apart from our competitors.
Excellent. That's great. And it does sound like a lot of differentiation there for sure. Tell me a little bit more about user privacy and security, and how Beldex is making that a priority.
Yeah. Okay, so Beldex currently uses the CryptoNote protocol. That is ring signatures and stealth addresses to protect the sender and the receiver's identity. And on any non-privacy blockchain, you can view how much a person owns, who they transact with, and other financial information. That's like the others. But on the Beldex chain, your transactions are private and secure. So similarly, Bchat, we use the text secure protocol to encrypt the messages, and nobody other than the receiver can decrypt your messages. And Bchat uses a routing protocol which uses the Beldex network to relay messages by swarm of nodes, which ensures your IP address is not being tracked. Not just that, we're educating people on the need for privacy through our blogs and social media. And I'm doing that in my class also. But we've also got an educational program coming up soon.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Great. Well, education is a really important part of the whole equation, and I do endorse that as well. And we'll come back to Bchat in a second because I'm interested in that. But just moving on here with in terms of regulation, what does government regulations mean for privacy coins? Is my first question, and what is Beldex doing about this potential issue for privacy tokens?
Great. So, as you know, like regulations are always behind technology, and when it comes to crypto, they do the same. They're not accepting crypto in the first place. So, when it's come to privacy coins, particularly, what happens is like some states have a more relaxed approach than others, but we believe that that will change in near future. More and more people start using privacy coins, we can see some changes on the regulatory side as well. And privacy coins are very similar to fiat currencies, but the thing is that they are fungible. That's the only difference. So they are perfect for transfer of value as they represent Satoshi's vision of peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So I think I hope this answers your question.
Great, thank you for that. It does. So back onto the subject of Bchat, I'm excited to hear. You guys are launching soon. I'm a user of Messenger, and I do use WhatsApp. I'm curious to hear about Bchat. Do you have an estimated date for when we can start to see Bchat in the iOS and Android App Store?
Yeah, absolutely. We are about to launch Bchat on 29th of June, next week, probably. So we already submit the apps to the App Store as well as the Google Play Store. The app is in review state now. So hopefully it got published soon. So the estimation date is 29th of June. That's what we
Great.
We have in mind. Yeah.
Well, you all heard it there. 29th of June. Go to the App Store. Hopefully, as you said, it should be available for you guys to download. Moving on here, can you tell me a bit more about the up and coming ecosystem phases that you have planned for?
Yes. So we have 4 phases of ecosystem planning. So the first phase comes with the release of Bchat, and that's our first phase. So along with the Bchat, we're gonna bridging Beldex with Tron, Polygon, and other EVM compatible blockchains. And also we're going to deploy our privacy protocol on these blockchains, which enables anonymous asset transfers for tokens issued on these chains. So this for the phase 1. On phase 2, will involve the integration of Beldex wallet onto Bchat, and we're going to roll up the Beldex name system domains for decentralized apps that runs on Beldex blockchain. Simultaneously, we'll begin with the development of Beldex browser, as well as we're going to start the research of EVM integration as well on the phase 2. On the phase 3, we're going to launch our decentralized VPNs application Belnet on testnet. And on phase 4, we're going to launch Belnet on mainnet, as well as launching the browser as well. And hopefully, because the research is going on the EVM, hopefully we plan to launch EVM as well as the phase 4, but not finalized yet, because EVM requires lots of research that needs to be done from our end. But we are planning to do it in phase 4 as well, but not finalized yet. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I guess when privacy comes to mind, you guys take things by storm, and you've got a lot of things coming in here. You got wallets, you got Messenger, you got the whole chain. That's really exciting. You're obviously realizing there's a lot of components when it comes to privacy, and you're making sure you're covering all those for the community. Excellent. Great. I want to just change gears here, talk a little bit about the Beldex Ambassador Program. Where can somebody get started in helping out on the project?
Yeah, actually, we are rolling out an ambassador program this month. So it's a great opportunity for the privacy enthusiasts can come and join our community, and they can represent Beldex for hosting online and offline events, on promoting educational contents, and build the community. So that's what we believe. So as a community, we need to grow together to create a more secure private ecosystem. That's what we believe in. And anybody can join this program. There's no any restrictions in that. To get started, you can join our Discord channel, and you can get shoot out messages to our admin. They will reach out to you as soon as possible. And on that note, we also having a contributor program as well. So we are inviting developers across the globe to contribute for the Beldex ecosystem. So any developers who want to contribute to our code base, they can reach out to us at carriers@beldex.io. So we will revert back to them as soon as possible.
Excellent. Okay, so a few ways to get hold of you guys. Contributions, ways to contribute, an ambassador program as well. So lots of cool things coming up here. So switching gears here, let's switch over to security, my favorite subject, and let's ask why CertiK. And in particular, we'll talk about the audit itself, which is available if you go to CertiK.com and go to the Beldex project page. You can see that report and download it. But specifically in your audit report, you left 2 medium logical issues as well as a few minor issues unresolved. Can you speak to why you chose your solution for now over what CertiK security experts recommended, or if you have plans on resolving these issues in future, and if so, by when?
Yeah, so so as of now, 17 issues being resolved. So we're gonna add one more to the bucket. We resolved one more issue. So we're gonna submit for the review soon. Of course, we're gonna resolve the issues. Some of the issues we have some justification from our end. So we're gonna give a detailed report on that as well. But hopefully, we will complete all the issues, pending issues by end of July. That's what we targeted. So already our developers are on it. So they are working hardly on it to resolve all those issues by end of July. Everything will be resolved. That's what we can promise.
That is great to hear, and for your community as well, where we start to look at building trust for using your platform. Cool. All right, let's jump over here and take a few live questions. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Scrolling back up. Please remember to include your Telegram and Twitter handle when you're posting questions to qualify for the rewards. Okay, that's a good one. It's a little bit of a overlap between you and us. And so the question here is, hackers and scammers are very much active. Yes, they are. Can you please give some information about the security system of the Beldex projects?
Okay. So the security system, that's why we have a partnership with CertiK to get our code audited. So we give first priority for security. So as you guys know, so if you want a blockchain world, so you can ensure security in your project, that's very important. So we are keen on security side, and we do our best to ensure security in whatever application we deploy on top of our blockchain as well as our core blockchain as well. So what we're gonna do is like on future, if you made any major upgrade to our Beldex blockchain or any of our product, so we're gonna seek a CertiK for an audit that makes sure we are secure on that side. If whenever we roll out any release, that's what we plan for. Yeah.
Excellent. That's music to my ears for sure.
Sure.
Moving on here. Let's pick another one. Okay. Why should we invest in your token long-term compared to other alternative projects? How will you encourage investors to hold your token long-term rather than short-term?
A good question, because like we are an emerging ecosystem on the privacy space. So we are developing products as a Beldex blockchain as a core. So like this development is not an easy step for us. So it takes time to develop a good product. So at the end of the day, like if someone who really trusts in our project, they can hold the project for a very long time. Not that much long, but things like for sure we can guarantee like on a long run we're gonna achieve all our milestones, and we're gonna deliver a complete ecosystem on a privacy blockchain. That's what we aim for. So holding a Beldex token for a long term will give you fortune. That's
Okay,
what
great.
I believe. Yeah.
Great answer. There's a question for you on Bchat. What can we expect in Bchat Messenger? How can you ensure users' data is not breached? It's a great question.
The thing is like we're not collecting any data from the user to get breached. That's a very first thing that I want to make sure. Like we never collect any user data in Bchat. No IP address, no email address, no phone number, nothing. So all you need is a Bchat ID that will generated using a seed phrase. So all you need is you need to keep your seed phrase safe to recover your messages. That's it. So whatever message you send through WhatsApp, that's your messages, your data. You have the full authority of the data. So no Bchat team or Beldex team can have control of your data. So it's a privacy stuff. So we don't want to interfere in user data. That's our first thumb rule. So whatever data you share in Bchat, it's 100% secure. We don't have any control over it.
And that's always the purpose, is to give control of the data to the user. And so that's your point here. That's great. This is a nice one. A bit more about the name. What is the meaning of the name of Beldex, and why did you name it that way?
Okay. Beldex. So so initially we thought of launching a DEX platform, to be frank. So that's why we started this project. So Beldex. B for Bitcoin, E for Ethereum, L for Litecoin. That's Bell. DX is the decentralized exchange. That's what we planned initially. Then we switched our tracks because because there are a lot of players in DEX platform. So we want to do something unique. That's our ultimate goal, and we want to contribute something to the crypto community. That's what we believe in. So we thought of switching our gaze to building a crypto ecosystem on a privacy blockchain. So then we came to this ecosystem side of the blockchain. So Bell means Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and DEX means decentralized exchange. That's what we. Then we got this branded. So everyone started knowing our project as a Beldex. We thought of changing the name, but unfortunately, like that brand stick in all.
The brand is out. Yeah, you can't do that.
So we thought of keep it as it is.
Yeah. Once it's out,
I'm also happy with that answer. Thank you.
Great. Looking for some more here. If you have questions, put them in the live chat for me. And I'll answer this one. I think it's more, in terms of just the security that you guys are going after. And I think you have partially answered it, but do you have any audit report on how safe is your smart contract? And of course you do. I mean, this is why you guys chose CertiK, and rightfully you've picked a good vendor who is renowned in this space, and having done thousands of audits and built out in terms of findings, that's great credibility. But in terms of trust and visibility, this is where you go in terms of going and checking out the report. Go to CertiK.com, look for Beldex. You can search for that on the top. And then once you get to the project page itself, you can actually find the audit report, which is pretty detailed in terms of the findings and talking about what the problems are, the issues, and whether those things have been resolved. So question out there from Southpin. Appreciate that one. Thank you so much. But yeah, we have the report there. You can go look at that as well. Okay, moving back here over, I have one question for you guys both. What's your plans for the future? And any last words you want to leave the audience with on where to find more information about Beldex?
Great. So like the future plans, so we are doing 3 major researches that we are currently ongoing research. The one is ZK Snarks. So we are thought of replacing Ring City, the existing transaction protocol that we have with ZK Snarks. So that's our primary research going on, and we are also doing research on data sharding. So nowadays the blockchain size is growing bigger and bigger. If you see Ethereum and Bitcoin blockchain size is more than 1 TB. So those guys are moving towards centralization. So we are doing research on data sharding, and we are doing research on EVM as well. So these are 3 key areas we are focusing on for the future. So you can see these to be implemented in Beldex in near future. And
go ahead. Yeah, where would I
yeah.
go to find more information?
Yeah, I'm
so
now trying
if
to round the EVM project, the POC, the proof of concept, in 2 or 3 months. I think I will be ready with the proof of concept. We just started with a testnet on the EVM, but we're just developing right now. And yeah, in 3 months we should be ready with that, with a very basic contract. So don't expect the world from it, but from there we have a very good base to start with the real EVM. And what I'm also very interested in is to see if we can build some zero knowledge in the contracts. It's maybe something new, but I didn't see it before. And I hope I can make zero knowledge contracts or something like that. We're investigating some knowledge we have, and that would be great if we can do it in a new project that could be starting in about 3 months or so.
Very good. Very cool. Wow, so amazing. There's a lot we've covered today. Privacy, the top of mind for this whole show. Browsers, wallets, chains, Messenger, right? A lot of things. Excellent. I think this kind of opens up a lot of discussion around what you guys are doing. And, you know, to the audience here that are listening, you guys are working on a lot of cool things. That's all we have left for today's show. I do want to thank Beldex for coming on to the show. Be sure to like and subscribe to our show, and we will see you all next time.
Thank you.